So, for those that don't know who you are, which I'm sure there won't be many people, would you kindly give us a little introduction to yourself?
Yeah, I was a boxer, obviously a big blues fan, a great blues following, to be fair. I don't think I would have been as successful as I was without the blues, to be fair. So I used to sell so many tickets all man, obviously. The more tickets you sell, the more you know, and the bigger opportunities you get. So, boxer, like I won world championships. Don't want to talk too much because now you got a lot of questions there. Won the Commonwealth Games, very successful amateur career, decent pro career, boxed Kell Brook for the world title. So yeah, now I'm coaching a lot of amateur coaching back at my old club called Green, which is still the best amateur club in Midlands, definitely. And I've got a pro by Liam Carey, who's doing great. And got a second pro fight November the 14th. If anyone wants to come, give me a message, we'll get you some tickets.
You'll get him out quickly. We've got next week and hopefully ramp it up, yeah. I remember prominently we went to watch Balliol at the Blues, down here, with Q&A for riders thing.
Yeah.
And he said you were the most talented boxer that he'd seen ever. I think he said.
Yeah. He always said that to me. We were on an amateur squad the whole time for years, and he was like, no, whichever at the time was a fat kid, heavyweight, just knocking people out. And then when he went pro, I went pro with him, and the way he changed his life, the way he dedicated himself to. Man, he didn't know the amateur, but he loved the pros.
Yeah.
Well, I love the amateur, I didn't like the pros. We both switched different ways, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a good lad.
Yeah, because I remember when with the Usyk fights, so everyone was talking about cruiserweights, and I said, yeah, and some of the voices were saying, well, he's fought at heavy, but he was originally heavyweight.
He got to light heavy in the end.
Yeah.
Also, so when he first went pro, he was like, so skinny, like he was anorexic. Nice to see the things he did to my weight.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things I've done in the Olympics and that to my weight. And you shouldn't be doing it. And then he was going to fight cleverly the first one. I think he got stolen off in a day and a half. And the board like went, nah, you can't do that. Just let him fight.
You know what? I was going to say that further down, kind of ask you, but making weight, like you fought 3 different weights now, haven't you?
Yeah.
So how on earth, how do you get to those weights?
So to be honest, as an amateur, I'll do anything to my weight. I mean, I remember we being this place in Crystal Palace in London. There'd be like a hot room at the bottom of it, like just like a drawing room for your clothes. And I was just running there for like 2 hours to make weight. Just get down in a sweatsuit on my own and just put my headphones on. I've been there for 2 hours. I'd trying to take a sweatsuit off. I put another sweatsuit on. But losing like 4 or 5 pounds a session. But then I think with the Olympics, I killed myself. But I was in the sauna on a bike. I was like, and I lost 0.1 just on a bike for like, say half an hour at least.
In a sauna on a bike?
Yeah, in a sauna, we were straight sit on a bike. I think I lost 0.1 of a pound, which is like, I could walk from upstairs, I would have lost that then. There was just nothing on me. I remember some woman coming in, she married a piece or something and I took some blood. She goes, if he boxes, I'm going to sue you, because he's in no position to box. He said he's so low on malnutrition or whatever. But you've got to be like that to make weight, obviously.
Yeah.
I was even worse than that.
Yeah.
The thing I was doing, I didn't even want to push my teeth for weeks. I was that scared of putting a little bit of weight on. Everything everything was mad, all about weight. And when I went pro, I think I just didn't have the dedication I had as an amateur to do it.
Yeah.
Which I hated the game because of the things I'd done to make weight. I just couldn't do it anymore, that sort of thing.
And not only is it physical, it's mental, it's mental.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, the worst part, not the fight, I didn't care about the fight. It didn't mind my fight, everyone knew that. I'd go to every tournament, everyone would be looking for the draw. I didn't care about the draw, I just wanted to make the weight and fight. So,
because as long as I can make the weight and get in the ring, I'm all right then. That'll take care of itself.
Yeah,
no,
of course,
I
speaks
can
for
fight.
itself,
You know what I mean? I knew I could fight, but I didn't know if I could make the weight or not.
So what do you do after? So you up the weight, and then what were you doing then?
We say the World Championships, for instance, so weighing 60 kilo, 9 stone 6. Then on the night, I finished the fight now, I've been going to the scales, I've been 9 stone 13, so it's like £6 to lose by the next morning. So, but because I only put it on that day, we weren't like,
It's easy.
Like easy shit. Well, not easy.
No, yeah.
I was training for 2 hours after every fight. I had 6 fights in 10 days. In the end, I had 4 fights in 4 days. Probably losing £6 a night. That was my hardest part. The fights weren't the hard part, the other bit was.
So you got to recover and then lose it again?
You just kill me, yeah.
So what you eating at that time, at that level?
I can't remember what it was eating, but the noob was that bad. I had a nutritionist with me. Only me, no one else. I need to sit with me. You go, that. And then I'll go, no, that. Let me have anything else. So I was like going into the fights with hardly anything in me. because I was worried about making the weight the next day, which is mad.
And what was the next weight class? What was the jumping weight from there to the next weight class?
64 kilo it was, but he already had a kid, Brad Saunders. He was a good kid. And he was there now, and I asked the fight before, and they said, nah, and they said, you get in. And they just wanted all the medals. And he won a bronze in the world, to be fair, so it weren't too bad. And I won a gold. And just before that, they sent me to Russia. And I've gone, can't go to Russia in 64. Then I won gold, won best boxers tournament. And I was like, they wanted me to get beat. They sent me there a little hard tournament to get beat, so then I wouldn't want to do 64.
So you went to Russia before.
Won gold.
And all your kids are saying.
And then I get to be like, yeah, that's word genius is. That's we knew he'd do that.
Yeah, he was mad. And then I said, I want to go 6'4", and he went, he's already picked. So I said, you sent me there to prove myself. Now I proved myself. You're still not doing it. And then just before the Olympics, I knew I wasn't making the weight. And then I remember I was at Cameron in training, and they rang me up. I said, do you want to go to European Championships at 64? I said, I will do, yeah. So what about Bradley Saunders got his pulled out? So when that tournament, he lost to 4 kids that year. And I boxed all 4 consecutive. We beat all 4, won gold and best boxer tournament again. And then he went to the Olympics and he got beat in the second fight. Well, I believe I would have won gold at that weight. I think everyone else believed I would have won gold at that weight because they wanted to have 2 people in there that couldn't do it.
Why?
Sounds pretty cool.
I used to be like, no, like I used to train hard, but I'd always be the mess out fun. The kid who caused the trouble on the teams, like we would have fire extinguisher fights everywhere. Remember at Crystal Palace when there was about 100 fire extinguishers and we used them all. The next time, the last one, I think the coach did not spray them. I think this was one of the kids I fucking covering and it. I think if I weren't as good as I was, I wouldn't have been on the knees and would have been kicked off.
Just for being the way you
I
were.
used to win gold, yeah. I used to mess around, but
Yeah.
I train hard, I do everything the way training, but then on the night, I would go out and I'd get chased, I'd get people running after us.
So what got you into boxing then, originally?
My next door neighbour, I don't know, do you know Billy Smith? He's from, he suddenly lives next door to him, my mum now films me. And I was outside, I was having a fog, he's on, keep me gloves on, I didn't find because come to the gyms, the next day I went to the gym. It's crazy, we went to the gym on a Wednesday. On the Friday we had a medical, which you don't do. But everyone was getting a medical, Jamon was getting a medical, the next Friday I had a fight in the Irish Centre. 10 days after walking into the gym, I had my first fight, it was mad.
No.
I lost that fight and then I won 15 on the brain, something like that.
So you haven't trained up to that point, that's literally the first time you stepped in the gym?
There was a kid called Gary Stowe, he's like one of the hard kids from the area, really well known kid. And he started to sound down, they made us spar. Well, got told I was going to fight him outside, I knew who he was when I had a chance. But I didn't know who he was when we sparred and we had an absolute tear up, both our noses were bleeding. And he got out and I remember the police were going, yes, jumping around and we're laughing. Got both our medical, they both went on to like one of the best in the country. And then he went to prison for kidnapping me for things, just never got back into it. And then I went to Small Heath, but we turned training and we made Hawkbury. And from there, yeah, he just see me having a fight and I had all the gloves on. Yeah, come on, come to the gym from there, never look back.
Brilliant.
Right, sorry, some people think, nah, that couldn't happen, that's what happened. Like he couldn't Nathan Nash, I don't know if you know, he's on the white collar since, he's had like 200 fights now. Never boxed amateur, just boxed about 10 years after it, it's mad.
How, you touched on it then, how hard was it? Because I think I know a few people that you know and stuff, and how hard is it to stay professional and keep on going to the boxing to keep you out of trouble and keep you in out of a similar situation to like your mate there?
Yeah, my good mates like Mickey, Ollie and that, they were like on the other side. But if they were going out to have a fight or they were going on a graft, they'd drop me on. Or they'd be like, you ain't coming out
okay.
No, I'd get on from the use. No, you're not. And my mates were like, any ounce of trouble if they were towards me, they'd be like all over it. Not happening like that. Like, I had never had trouble with anyone, like sort of thing, because the people I was around. But when things were getting messy, like when we were growing up, a lot of lads were robbing cars and everything. And I'd be out in the cars and they'd go, Frank, jump out, go. They'd kick me out in the middle of nowhere. So don't do this to me. Well, I'm going to get home.
We're doing this for your own good.
Yeah.
Where am I? No.
So they'd be going down, we're going to the club tonight. And I'll be like, yeah, Buzzy, let's go and do it. No, you're not coming.
Not you.
No. Sometimes like, they'd go to me, I'll go and get changed. I'd go, I'm about to get changed. And they'd drive off. I think the fuck, he was freaking on to their phones or nothing. It was mad, but he was good. But do you know Tom Chan here?
Yeah.
He was my coach. Like he's on the ball. Like he always says, you can't blagger and stuff like that. I remember Lee Mockball, the lad who got done for the murder. I was in that car. I was just about to go to the game, and Lee's a Thriller fan, and they made him out to be a big Blues fan and everything, which was nothing to do with anything Blues Thriller finals, like I said. And Tom Chaney rang me because I was Frank going, yeah, he went, oh, maybe at the gym. So So I've gone to the gym, so I'm on the treadmill 20 minutes in. I'm like, yeah, get ain't coming. I just knew you in that car, you ain't going with them. And then that day, that's when he got done from the world in that car. Oh, he didn't meant to kill him. Everyone knows he never meant to kill him. Just one of them filming
If he was in that situation,
man, never would have made a big thing out of it. I was there. So I mean, and I think someone threw a bottle through his car and a scaffold pole through his car. So he's turned man and he drove out, but he ain't meant to kill anyone. No one could fail under it. It's just an accident. And he's like half his life in prison because of it. It's a shame, really, because that could have been any of us that day.
it was, yeah, of course. Did you find that when you started establishing yourself, then that people in the street were like, "Well, let's have a bit," sorry, or not really?
Like I said earlier, in people I was around,
Would just
so
be
the
like,
Dublin days, like all the lads, they were like the main kids on the town, so I never really have any trouble was coming. Because like,
"Get out of there."
no, they just sort
Oh, that's sort of anyway. Yeah.
I mean, I got into a few scrapes here and there. I didn't mind having a scrap in there, but the main people like, they'd be like, not a chance, go.
Sound like good lads.
So what happened? Because I've heard stories about you getting off the train breaking your foot. You know the Blues Villa game when you were going to fight Sam Eggington. What happened, man? What happened to your
I was
foot?
playing football the day before in goals. And I was running against the wall, and as you go to turn, my foot just hit the wall. The next day I thought, I'd be alright, and I just couldn't walk. And you know Paddy Lynch, the Lynches. They've gone, oh, we got a doctor, brilliant. So me and Maxwell Cracker went down there. And I said, as you tell, he pulled my toe out. Right, and he put the needle in it. I've never screamed, I've never felt pain like it. And when you sound like you're giving birth, I was screaming. And the next day I'd done 12 rounds with Jason Wildborn, I sparred brilliant match. So yeah, brilliant. Then got pain again. So I rang him, I said, mate, the pain's back, it's the same. Okay, but you think, mate, I'm not going to do that needle every day, not a chance. Could you do the day before the fight? I can do the day before the fight, but I'm not going to be able to train till the fight. My foot was black, it's my own fault, stupidity like. Same thing with before the Denver for South fight as well. I was playing football and done my ankle. Didn't tell no one like. Then I ended up doing one of my best performances.
Yeah, 'cause you broke your jaw, didn't it?
Yeah, I remember when I hit him, and you hear a big click in the arena. No, I know I didn't really realise what it was. Well, I watched on the video now because he's leaning down and I chop it down. And you hear bang. And then I remember sitting there. I'm in the on the store, and Kerry Casey going, "It's yours, broke." Look, I'm what? And sure, carry on. Didn't want to tell me like blood coming out of his mouth. Fair play to him, I wanted to carry on. Even when they stopped, he was going, "Nah, I'm fine, I'm fine." And the next fight, I boxed his stable mate David Barnes. And I remember we both were left-handed by then, hook, and my mouth was up, it's like, and my jaw went. And I've gone back to the corner, I've gone, Tommy, I'll pull me out. My jaw's gone. Pulled my gum shield, so what are you doing? 2 teeth fell off, flicked the 2 teeth out, put it back, and I said, do not touch that gum shield again, don't touch it. So I'm standing there like, from what's wrong, so my jaw can't speak. So I got through it, but only because I could move, and because he was a bottle job really. But at the beginning he was touching my gloves and I was going bang and hitting him. Then after I broke my jaw, I was going, oh, you're right, yeah. He's been really nice to me. I was thinking, what an idiot, he should have jumped all over. If he would have put it all over me, probably would have got me out of there. So I've never felt pain like that. And if it weren't for Tom, I don't think I would have got through it. Then it made me realise how tough Denham for Sal was. Mine was only a fracture, he had 4 breaks in his jaw. Remember going into the change rooms after and his face was out there. Never seen nothing like it. Couldn't even talk and he wanted to carry on fighting. He tells the sort of person he's like.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever find them 2 teeth after the fight?
Oh mate, no, I think the rest of them were gone with it. I remember, and then the doctor was there afterwards and Tom's going, oh yeah, it's just his teeth. And the doctor examined and he was going, oh yes, it's your teeth. Tom told him it wasn't teeth, so I didn't really care. Then 2 weeks later I'm in Manchester and I've gone, these pains, Steve has. I went to the hospital. Couldn't have his fraction and it's broke a bit. You need an operation, so we went to the QE the next day. They said, you don't need an operation. Just eat what we say for 2 weeks. You've already had the operation, we've got to play in and then you can't box again.
Oh, really?
That's amazing, yeah.
Why? Just shows the mettle of the fighters, doesn't it?
And the fight after that, I broke my hand and they said, going to get Bradley Price. I've hit him on the head, he's gone, go on, I broke your hand, have you? And he kept putting his head there and talking to me for the whole fight. Then I think my next few fights after that, I was a bit wary, a broken jaw, broken hand. I was really panicking a bit, and then I was speaking to Tom, he's going, listen, if you're right to be worried, if you're in the fight game, the hurt game, you just got to get on with it. That's when I started realising you're right. So,
yeah, because how do you get around that with an injury like when you play football, you break your leg or whatever, and then the next challenge, when you get back. But obviously, boxing is a combat sport that you're literally going into throw hands at each other. So what's the mentality behind?
Well, when you have a black eye, you swallow the next day, it still hurts a little bit or whatever. Or yeah, your jaw and your hand, it's just different pain. Like you can't punch with phrases. you know, when you start letting it go again, and you can't feel it again, and it's just back to normal.
Yeah.
It just took me a while with my jaw, because I think
Over that
I knew
first
how
bit.
bad the pain was. So. And then
Do you get people like, and come on, just give me some of these in sparring, just like once it's
I
get back.
don't want to get it now. The first time I didn't wear my proper mouldy kung shield as well. I wore a £2 one because I forgot it, and I think that was the reason it happened. Because when you have the proper ones, like they keep your jaw intact, and then like they take the shit to force off the shots.
If you can buy down at them.
And they just stuck to you, and they're hard anyway.
Yeah.
The £2 ones are moving your mouth, isn't they?
Oh, when you said to him, don't take them out again, you're thinking this keeping everything in.
It's all shared together.
The pain was too bad. Like I was just like, do not touch my mouth. He's talking on flat. Think about my jaw, wasn't even listening to anything. The only good thing was that I could move, and I knew how to make people miss. So that's what he said to me afterwards. I wouldn't have put anyone through that, but I knew what you were about, and I knew you could get through it.
So, in your career, you are kind of recognised as a craftsman, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're a technically gifted boxer. At what point did you become the technically gifted boxer versus like Sam Egginton fight? Everyone was saying Souls makes fights funny because he just comes out to get punched in the head, but his game. Whereas you're there for the craft.
Yeah.
So at what point was that something that from day one it was counting naturally?
I didn't like getting hit. I didn't know how to box for only 5 to 10 days. So people throwing punching, I used to block them like that, and then catch him, or bang, and catch him. And I remember Steve McCall, he was one of my coaches, and he said, "You got one of the worst styles I've ever seen, but you keep winning." And then him and Tom Knight started doing beats, and then it become a good style. And I remember when I first turned down England training, I was doing all that stuff, and then they wanted to get like that, but I was doing that, but I kept winning. And James the girl come in rolling and won, doing everything. So they couldn't tell us off, because me and him were bringing that into it. So we were winning golds, and we're winning everything. Then all of a sudden now you got everyone doing it. But I don't think many were doing it before we were doing it.
How did you find it in the amateurs with guards, with taller fighters?
You know, I was all about my feet, so I didn't really bother about it. Yeah, I boxed kids who were 6'4", sometimes at my 10 stone. It was crazy, and I boxed the old people. Everything I done was my feet. So I just out around there, I could make you miss by that, then I can come straight back. And in the end, I think, because I made people miss and catch them every time, in the end, they'd stop throwing. So when they stop throwing, I'd just jump all over them then.
So you're a pro. You got the medals behind you. You got a bit of steam. You have a world title fight.
Yeah.
Now talk us through that. How that came about and what you remember of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I was at home. I was offered the Timothy Bradley fight in America for a final eliminator for Kell Brook. I think it was $175,000, something like that. So I've took it up. I hate flying. I flew since 2009. Went to Tenerife and the air hostess done that line. And I remember I got a boat back from Tenerife. That's it. I've been on a plane since.
Wow.
And then my missus is going, "You're gonna have to fly. We're gonna have to fly. Oh, you're gonna go. We need to go on holiday."
That's what's going on there, yeah.
What we're going to go, we go to Disneyland Paris. I'll tell you about a cruise. So I'm not gonna fly, but they were bad. Look, you gotta fly. I'm not gonna fly. And then walks in Spain for the European tour. Got the boat over 24 hours. But then I was at home. Kell Brook was on telly already here. They were talking about voluntary. And they're going, "Oh, who you guys here?" "I don't know yet, we're just drinking." So I text Eddie and "I'll do it." So you see him on the telly, he looks at Kell goes, and he goes, "I'll give you £200. I went, "No." And he goes, "I'll give you 35. Not a chance." So you do anything about it. "Yeah, but now you're getting a world title show." I think it was 115, something like that in the end, but for when you said about that, 115. And he said, "I'm definitely on this, 100%, yeah." Right. And then went to the gym the next day. Tom, Pel was a lot bigger than me. I think it was easier to fight out there. I said it to Tom and I pushed him now. So I've already took it. He's going, "Well, so I've took it." And he goes, "Look at me, so I've took it." I said, "You said to remember Ian Johnson from the email? Yeah. And you said to Ian Johnson last week, if I never get a world title shot, I'll probably it's a tragedy. Or tragedy as well." Yeah, I've gone, "Decoder." That's why.
Oh, so you just took it off your own back. Yeah, I'll have it.
Yeah, because I remember him saying if he never gets a world title shot, like it's tragic. So whenever I offered it, straight away I jumped at it. I don't think I offered it then.
Yeah.
I said it to him, and when I said that, I said what you said, and then yeah, agreed.
And what do you remember the actual fight then?
Remember, at the weigh-in, easy to remember at the weigh-in, I always really struggle with 10-7, I don't know why. Now I know what I know now. Like, I have 8 litres of water a day. I won't do that. I'm like probably 400 ml a day. I have like a turkey wrap, a chicken wrap, and a bit of salad on the night. I'd eat so little, but then I'd snack on chocolate bars like an idiot.
Yeah.
But we know now, look, like years a day, kind of 4 or 5 meals a day, and I've lose the weight. I would have made 10 stone. No, it's just mad on what you know now. If I knew 10,
Yeah.
It's one of them. But then I've took 4. I remember I made I think it was 10, 13 this week. And the next day you get 10 pound weighing. And I was eating loads, but because I've done the weight so well, I remember jumping on scales, I was 10, 12, I only put 4 pounds on. I normally used to have a box at 10, 7, I'd get in like at 11, 10 the next day. So going there, that was 10, 12, he jumped on I think he was 11, 3, dead on. With his swears, so you could see he's done the bath to get you back down. So I looked at him and thought, he ain't that big, sweet. And when I looked at him in the other corner on the night, he was massive. Couldn't believe how big he was. He was like 2 stone at least. And he just, he's got Dominic Ingle in his corner, so we're fighting. And Dominic Ingle's talking him through it, going, jab, step, step. And I know what he's telling him, but he's still playing on my mind. And he's just talking through it, going, jab, step, backhand, touch the body. I'm thinking, like, I don't know what he's doing now. And it's like, he got in my head, Kell, and Kell was just a different level. He's the only person as a pro I can say he's better than me. No disrespect to Samington. When I was on, I think he wouldn't beat me. The Spanish kid in Spain wouldn't beat me. Wouldn't do, I still don't think beat me. I think I beat him. But Kell Brook was better than me. He's like the only pro I've ever seen in the club. I hit you in the chin, I would hit you in the nose, I would hit you in the cheek, I would hit you in the eyebrow. But I just hit you in the face, or forgot, or hit him where I want. Blood from him and mate. So he knew where he was hitting you. It was mad. It's like everything was so accurate. They had this little thing when he leaned back, his timing was like seconds and on. He was mad. And he's the only person I could say, you know what, he was better than me.
It's no small thing, or it's no bad thing, is it then, to say that the only thing that stood in the way of a world title was someone that you can say, yeah, he was a better boxer.
But when he had Conor, everyone was going, Conor will never be, I knew Conor wouldn't have been in his prime either, because Kell's timing was too good and he would have walked him on something. Where Conor was all about speed, but after 2 or 3 rounds with Conor, you get used to his speed. But he was warm today, tomorrow, the next day. And first 2 rounds are the most horribly strange I've seen. He's just free like a machine gun and you just allow him to move. But all good feet, so I could try and frustrate him a bit. Then after 2 rounds, you'd be used to it, so you could have a go with him. With Brook, you can't beat that timing. That's when I always say, Conor would have given Mayweather a good fight, not a chance. His timing was too good. And Mayweather would have smashed Crawford as well, 100%.
Yeah.
What do you think of that Crawford Canelo fight?
Class. I was going to break him off in about 6 rounds just because of the size. But Canelo's not what he was, 100%. Last few fights, you've seen him just declining all the time, hasn't
he? Yeah.
You put any kind of gravitas on the Mexican meat?
Oh, 100%.
And being monitored more closely.
I think Hacker was a cheat as well. Because growing up, he got knocked out. And then also, he's Margarito, Cotter, smashing him all. Then Alex Reese leaves. And then he gets knocked out by Marquez, who beat with him times. And Marquez said, I hate him, he just looked good shots, but he just walked through. He even said himself, and Carney was getting dropped by Gomez, Lim, and then all of a sudden he went to a Reese and he kind of got dropped by Medina and all them, and they were hitting flood. And he's going through, and then all of a sudden Alex Reese left them to go to the Mayweather dude. Then Khan's been knocked out by that fall. I guess he got dropped with him twice. Pacquiao's got knocked out, and then all of a sudden Pacquiao wants to fight Mayweather with dual chest because he knows the Reese is at Mayweather's camp. So obviously they knew what was happening. All of a sudden he didn't want drug test. He wouldn't have a needle in him. Then
all of a sudden he's got fear of needles.
Then all of a sudden after Reese left, he wants to do it. It's mad.
So where do you stand with like the celebrity boxing now, where you're fighting people,
Misfits and stuff.
You got the misfits, but even more so, it's not really celebrities because he is a boxer, but with the cloud around it, Conor Benn and like Eubank. And when you see like when Ben beat like Algieri, for example, he was massive, wasn't he?
Ben's 100% a cheat. No doubt about it. I sparred Ben down with GB, Rob McCracken, and then I'm tell you, I'm absolutely tired of him. He was game, he was strong, but to have that much improvement that quick, it's just crazy. And Algieri said, I boxed Pacquiao. He said, and he weren't as fast as Ben. He weren't as strong as anything as Ben. He said, Ben would be here and then he'd be there. That's just not natural. People know now how to like get away with it, you know what I mean? They know the cycles, they know when to do the test, when some of them go abroad and then come back knowing they're going to have a test, but they know it's out of the system and get back into it again. It's mad. Like, I was reading about stuff and speaking to other people who are in the know. They're saying we could tell you just before the fight it's going to leave your system so you won't fail on the drug test, but you've still got it in you. can have certain drinks and put certain things in you so you won't fail a drug test.
Mask what's in your lot.
I've been on the railway and people who like smoke weed, and then they have a drug test, but they get this drink online, drink it, and then they turn shop and a drink. It's crazy, though. You'd never think it's just possible.
One step ahead every time, isn't it?
Mad, yeah. You can't cheat with the railway, like, obviously, you can use for a piece. But as a boxer, like, you're having a wee, and the person's just standing there looking at you. You know, and that's the hardest thing ever when someone's looking at you.
Can't go then.
Yeah, I have to drink so much, so it just forced out of me, sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's mad. But Mike Tyson said that once he bought a fake dick, didn't he? So he squeezed it to the bottom, which is crazy, like.
What, you get away?
They just blankly look at you, you can't get away with cheating.
But how's it feel for you now? Because obviously you're coaching, you're representing boxers, and you've got like Matt True, for example, with Dillian White. The thing after the Reavers fight came out that they knew that he'd failed the test, and then he disappears for 2 years, no talk of it. Then he's just back. Then the Conor Benn thing. So how do you impress on the boxer then that you want him to be a clean boxer and an honest boxer when you see people be rewarded for it?
For one thing, if you fail a test for any ped, you should be banned for life. Not 2 months, not 3 months, and you should be banned for life because you're going to put someone in danger. Especially if you don't admit it. Now, if you admit it, is how, yes, I fucked up, well, it might be a 4-year sentence.
Yeah.
4-year ban, you done it. But when people like completely deny it.
Yeah.
Liam Cameron, he got 4 years for cocaine. It was 0.2 something, but he failed a drink test with the police. So they took him to the station and tested him for that. He had 0 points, the smallest amount you could ever have. But then he said, I must have touched the note, what we was in. So like, he's not showing any remorse. I'm not saying he did, but I believe he did. There's no way you're going to have him, you know, as you've not took us well from him and I've seen it there. Anyway, because he touched him and done that, so
Someone told me to sniff that note.
So don't get me wrong, he shouldn't have got a 4-year ban.
Yeah.
Because he's not.
It's not performance enhancing.
If anything's taken out of him, or anything, you know what I mean? He got a 4-year ban. To be fair play, he's come back and he smashed it.
It's like that big baby, Jerome Miller. The amount of different drugs are found in him. Yeah, he was the worst boxer. Like, they're not even performance enhancing, are they?
Yeah,
It's not. It's not conditioning. He can't throw a punch, but he's got 15 different types of banned substances in him.
Any person touching any ped, you should 100% be took away from it.
So back in the day, when you're all over at the height of your fame and that, and you're out and about, everyone knows who you are. Did you ever have any run-ins, or was it generally like mutual respect in time with?
The feeling that, because that thing off my leg, they don't like me. I said justice for him at all. He didn't do it. He didn't try to kill someone. Yes, he did die, but he wasn't a murder. It was like an accident. And that they didn't like me. My mum was at Aston Villa, I had the goals in Aston, about 50 of them surrounding me. And I was just sitting there, I was on my phone like this. Kind of on my phone, in my shorts, ready to go for outside. I looked up and there was about 50 in the woman. Some woman's come out now. She's come in a minute, she put behind this, she'd run to the bottom there, there's a black cab waiting for you. So I ran to the bottom. I was some friends, and I asked them about it all, come running around the sidewalk, taxi me. They wouldn't have done it as large was. They done it because I was on my own and they knew they could get away because I wouldn't have been able to do anything. And then just a few little things like that, but not really. I used to go around the Blues like anyway, so.
Was you part of the old Zulus back then, or you had some?
I really wanted.
Nah.
Didn't, you know, I'm not going to say it because it never happened. I didn't really see the point of it. Of my boxing match, and I'm like dreading to go in and all that. Then I can understand it, but I didn't really get that. I could like Dean Coleman, because I'll be around loads of them, but they'll all be loving it and I'll be loving it.
Well, that's their boxing match, isn't it? That's what I say.
I mean, I was in the Black Horse one day and some kid, I don't know who he was. Yeah, just arranging me, the pot, come on, his grandma's. I'm not going nowhere, mate. That didn't do it for me.
So I can't change of plan if you're Lockovich.
Yeah.
I'll phone you, I'll message him back. Frankie ain't coming back.
That didn't really do it for me, if you know what I mean. I used to love being down there, love being around it all.
Yeah.
But it just didn't really do for me, that, to be fair.
So can we touch on your recent foray into bare knuckle boxing?
Yeah,
We spoke a little bit before, didn't we? That it's not what you envisaged to expect.
To be honest, I've got a bit more. Since I've quit boxing, since I've retired, I've struggled with everything. I've struggled to keep the job. I struggle with you are better. I just haven't found something. Boxing's what I love.
To replace.
Yeah, and I've struggled. I'm just labouring at that, and I should really have a gym. I should have done other things, but I didn't invest how I should have. To be fair, and it's always up and downs with me, because I've been central of attention, having everything around you, and just being like, to be fair, my partner now, her boxing's all it give me that light again, to be fair. And then someone mentioned about knuckle fight, and I thought, you know what, sort of decent money, a few grand, and well, I was just kidding myself. I was training, but I was like nowhere near as hard as I used to train. Been running 2 miles, yeah, I do 2 miles, it's fuck all really, to be fair. And I was going to the gym, spending an hour doing a couple of rounds sparring, a couple of shadow. I was just kidding myself that I was a pro fighter again. I just loved the fight. It's just not there anymore, to be fair. I don't know. Boxing wise, I could still go and I could still be a lot of professional boxer, I believe. If I got my head back into it and wanting to. But it's just the money coming right then I thought. Then when I got there, like, I was in the change room and I was looking at them, loads of them shit themselves. I was thinking, what are they scared? Like, and I'm normally, when I box, I was the most nervous guy ever. I was so nervous. I thought anything good wrong away from me. Am I going to die in here? Or all things like that, you have a mad question. But I just couldn't give a fuck, to be fair. Like, I wasn't bothered. And when I got beat, like I thought it, to be honest, with the BK, it's a 22nd K, isn't it? And the BK season 10. So I was like sitting there, and when he said 10 I stopped, like, I was half relieved. Can't tell when, but I was thinking he was going to count to 20, like, because I was thinking, should I get up or not? There's 20, like, and it just weren't there. Like, I'm really competitive, like, even on FIFA, like, I won't even let my kids beat me. My 3-year-old son, I did me, I trip him up, like, just to make sure in front of him. But I just weren't, like, it didn't really matter to me. Like, I like kind of seeing his son, and he keeps slanging, going, boxers are shit at bare knuckle, but he couldn't box. We're going to get into that.
The two completely different
dynamics. The reason he went to bare knuckle was because he wasn't a good boxer. He was a good boxer, he went out, he likes size, one of me. And he goes, yeah, boxer, she said bare knuckle. But we probably would have been, but I'm 40 years of age. Jamie Gold's 40 years of age. Jamie Cox, he's nearly 40 years of age, you know what I mean? We're old men.
Yeah.
And we've lived the pinnacle of our career in boxing. And they wouldn't be able to lace our gloves in our time. But it's their game now, and it's a young man's game, it's their game, so fair play to them, do you know what I mean? But
it's like comparing apples and oranges, and it's a completely different thing.
People, people who can't box go into it not in a prequel, it's what they've really done. People who couldn't make a pinnacle in boxing, they go into that. Fair play, kind of smashed into it, and he's a nice kid. I do like him, and he trains hard as well. I seen him in the training for the fight, and he was like, when I'm in the gym, I'm not just going, couldn't give a fuck at that time. When I boxed, I was like first in the gym, last out of the gym. But at this time I couldn't, and he's like where I was. And you can see him loving it, wanting every bit of it. And he trains hard, so he deserves everything he gets from it, to be fair. But it's just not for me. It just weren't for me at all. It's the way it was, he was like mad, the way it was run. I don't know if you ever heard of Frank Warren press conference. He set up like days before everything's right. They were going there just sending one off like staring there like he was mad. It's like so like Mickey Mouse compared to what we used to in boxing. So, but it is what it is. Like, he's not going to be boxing. He's never going to be boxing because he's not PR boxing. The only good thing is people won't get hurt as bad because you're not having 12 rounds. I know you only got 8 ounce gloves or 10 ounce gloves. You know, people get hurt because you get tired in the 8th, 10th, 11th round. But in the bare knuckle, you start getting kicked, you're probably going to go in here. But one thing I can say is, in boxing, you get tested properly. In that, you don't. So people will take a lot more punishment in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, if these people are fully clean athletes,
Regulated.
are regulated, then people won't be taking shots to take.
Yeah.
People won't be as strong as what they are.
Did you say, I think we said off camera, and you walked in that changing room, you'd seen people that were like...
I've seen people punching steel pillars. Punching like, they're like, oh, no. And they were up for it, like they were loving it, and I was thinking, what am I doing?
I'd imagine that's what Paulie Malignaggi had a similar experience with a novel, hasn't he? Because he's gone out and he's fought and he's boxed beautifully, hasn't he?
Last 3 rounds, brilliant.
Yeah. But then he's come out of it looking like he's had a car crash.
Yeah, and I think the age as well, like 3 rounds, you're good. When I was in the gym, I was fine, but you just catch it up, yeah. You know, as good as you are, and you get tired. And people who get tired, because John was a decent boxer. He won an English title, I'm sure he did. He had like 20 pro fights, boxed amateur, so he's not like he's just the bare knuckle, he's going to hold you. That's why he was probably the best bare knuckle fight I've seen in the UK, because they both could box.
Yeah.
Normally, like, only one can box, or none of them can box.
Yeah.
But these two both could box. And you could see, when they were close, John was catching him around the side, lifting him up, going around, just being dirty, where it was more hitting to the body, to be fair, because he wanted to hurt his hands.
Yeah.
That's the fight I would take, the Malignaggi fight, definitely.
Yeah.
In bare knuckle as well, that's the only fight I'd take in bare knuckle now. I think we're both good skilled boxers.
Well, that would be the boxing match.
Yeah,
That would be the most skillful bare knuckle boxing match.
And I'd train for that. I would train for that. The kid I was fighting, no disrespect, he's in Jack Dugdale. I think he suffers a lot with mental health, and You know, he told me like he was an alcoholic, he struggled like, and since I boxed, since why, yes, he beat me, I don't really care. Didn't really mean nothing to me, but I like him, the nice kid.
Well, that's a nice thing for him, isn't it? On his record, then, whether it's boxing or bare knuckle, he gets to say he's one of a baby Frankie Gavin.
He lost the weekend. It's mad, like, because I think the kid that I do was well a boxer. He was good at that holding, and he struggled with it.
Yeah.
So I'm no good with that holding because you don't hold in boxing.
Yeah.
So I hate to not.
Like you say, your footwork, you're in and out there, you're avoiding that at all costs, aren't you?
I felt sorry for him, to be fair, but the good thing was, he said, first time he's ever boxed, and the next day he's sober, so fair play to you.
Yeah, it's good.
And he's a lovely kid, to be fair. I said I'll go and see him soon. So normally, even before the fight, I can't remember before he was signed.
Is it harder to beat someone up if you like him?
Nah, when you're in there, you
don't care.
You don't care, like, you don't. Mate, we'll fight my brother once that battle goes, mate, so.
Yeah, I'm probably worse if I find him.
Yeah.
You talked there briefly about the ups and downs of mental health and trying to recreate trying to replicate the feeling. Obviously, in the midst of working with Ricky Hatton, very similar thing where people around him said, you know, he could never really find the buzz and recreate the buzz. And you were kind of a parallel, weren't you, with Blues fans, kind of the way he was with Man City fans. So you had this following. So what do you do? What support is that?
There is nothing.
No.
This is what I was touching base on. The breach boxer wouldn't throw this, and I know that they are safety first. My partner's just had a brain scan. Touch wood, she's okay, but we're not sure at a minute. But like, she's ringing them up. They're telling her when to ring her up. She's ringing them up, and they're saying, listen, how long's a piece of string? You know what I mean? Look after the fire, put something there for him. So we know, and then we'll speak to him properly, have a good chat with him, give him counselling or something, I don't know what. But now she's like, I don't even like living with her at the minute. She like, damn depressed, like, I retired myself. She might have to just get took away from her. So I can't, 26, I can't forget nothing worse. She was told for it at that age, she goes, I said, listen, I don't know, because I retired. You're getting retired. It's a big different thing.
Yeah.
If it happens, it might not. Hopefully, last year she had a brain scan thing. So hopefully, could get neurologists all speak to each other. Then they say whether you can box or not. But if they say no, then they say you can appeal it. But me personally, if I always got told no, I would have boxed.
Yeah.
I would have went to Ireland, Malta, America. I would have took elsewhere. I don't like who I got told, because that man, that's all I had, that's all I wanted. She's a school teacher, she's a mum. So it's a bit different for her.
Yeah.
If he gets brain damage, she's not a kid. With the dad, it's a bit different. You know yourself. Yeah. With the mum, he'd be shy with her. She's his rock, really. And he's her rock. So I can't say to her, go and fight somewhere else.
Yeah.
If something happens to her, I'll blame myself.
Of course.
Yeah. And she can't really afford to do because she's got her kid. And she's a school teacher as well, so.
So when you come out of boxing then, is it just kind of, all right, see you later?
There's nothing. So you Olympic gold medalist.
Nothing.
All the time, what about? You just walk away, no one's even following up, there's no welfare, no nothing.
No, nothing. I think even they put courses on or something for you to learn the trades or whatever, I don't know. But I say to Shana, my partner, she's got 2 honours, I think. Sports coaching and human biology, so that. She's got 2 degrees, I know she's a senior school maths teacher. So if she got something there, I didn't have nothing.
Well, you're straight into it from school after your education, then, isn't it? And again, you've probably, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, you probably prioritise boxing then over school, and you're like, well, I won't do that, 'cause I'm going to be a boxer anyway.
100%, yeah.
And then when that finishes, then you're like, oh, all right, like you say, if you're not against training or you're not going to be in the trade.
Cool. I remember I was in school and I was there saying, I'm going to be a boxer. They didn't believe me like the school like to say.
Careers advice, but
there's a PE teacher called Mr. Rawlinson, and he said to the older school, because there's this kid in year 7, something about him. Like he said, there's just something about him. He said, you know, I remember I won the cross country, I split in my shoes. And I remember I made the football training to go and see him. I had a detention with Art, and I skipped the detention and went there. Then she come out of Art. She goes, come on, you got detention. He's going, you're not coming to the team. You're not on the football team, that's sad. I won the cross country in a few, and he goes, I went in the football team. So, boxing, had it cleared out with boxing. And then in year 11, I won the schoolboy title, which is the whole of England, all the Birmingham schools. So then they send your schooler there with Archbishop Bills on. And then the school called me, look, you're the British champion. I said, yes, as well. And I realised I was quite good then.
Oh, then all of a sudden it's
yeah, I've never been abroad at this point, not when I'm 16. I got a phone call 3 days from my GCSEs. You only got to Junior Olympics. Got what? I'm in America. You've got a passport. Remember Bill Meddings? I didn't have money. I was a single mom. She had 3 jobs. Like, remember Bill Meddings and Tom Chaney when they got me a passport from Peterborough. He drove down South Bill, just like 8 years of age, yeah. Then I went there, a boxer called Ray Robinson, which is mad. He's already drew with Josh Kelly as a pro. And I'm a big, tall black kid, like, and I'm a little skinny white kid. Man, I've had him and all the Americans were all quiet, like, and I boxed Stephen Smith, you know, Calisbury. He was my best friend as well in the end of the boxing. I beat him in America. I didn't really want to fight him. He's made England against England in a tournament. And I went to a coach to Wisconsin. There's a guy called Michael Grant. I think he was 32 and over heavyweight. We boxed on a pro card in the final. They only picked 3 amateurs to go, so it was us. So I was sitting next to some kid on the way to have Clues, PSP, headphones. We had a headphone each, talking at a 6-hour journey, about 4 hours into it. What are you? I'm 51. What's your name? Well, I was like, "For you, mate." Pull my headphones out. Where's the standing side of the thing? And I just remember it, like, and then on the way back, we sat next to each other. Then I remember I come out, he was only a little thing. And he ducked and he hit me with a body shot. I never fight nothing. I was about to get out. I thought, I can't get out. And then I beat him on points. And then I remember Emmanuel Stewart.
Yeah.
He come up to me after the fight and he goes, "Hey, phone number." So I give him a phone number. I give my mum's phone number because I didn't have a phone then. He never rang you, don't get me wrong, but it's a good story.
Yeah.
It was good, yeah. 3 fights.
What happened to your GCSEs?
I did them. Just in the end, I went there. But to be fair, they didn't mind.
I was going to say, I bet the school didn't mind that.
I mean, I come back, got me the school my gold medal. Then when I won the World Championships, they got me back in. And when I was in school, they didn't want me there. When I might have got me in, I've never been called back since, but when I won the World Championships, I was at 6 fights in 10 days. And Mr. O'Donnell's coming in because, "Hey, you had 6 fights a day, yeah? Why do I make such a big grin there?" Like, I was just laughing about it. And then they brought me into the school, and as I was bringing, there was a cat, ROP, like Dan Walton, I don't know if you wouldn't know. He was a boxer, big blues fan, I think he was 5 when I was a pro. And as I was walking in, he was getting taken by the police. "Can I, Frank? Hi, Frank." "One year boxing for the same gym as me, like." And I just looking at me like the same as you, like, it was mad.
Have you got to have a little bit about yourself?
Also, you gotta be
You had a bit of it naughty.
a bit weird, I think.
Because we had John Pegg in, and John Pegg was saying that
Yeah, something a bit
none of you are right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely not. No. Some of the things you do, like I said, when you train on your own, not even the fighting part, just the things you do to make weight. The way you get yourself mentally, because I remember, like, no, you go outside now because you want to straighten that. You don't really have much time to think, so you can't really scrap. No, when you got like 3 months out, you think that keeps on your mind every day. You don't sleep, thinking about you waking up, thinking about the bad things that can happen, the good things that can happen.
Yeah.
So you've got to be mentally strong to do stuff like that, I believe.
What do you think about all this internet stuff now and the whole calling people out and on the phones?
It's quite telling fighting Jake Paul.
That's stupid, the way it's too big. It really tends to break him up. Whether he does, I don't know, but he should do, to be fair. But like, the calling out, I don't mind. I say to my missus all the time, start slagging everyone. Start walk up to shows and slap someone in the face. Start doing something. Because she's really well spoken. You'd think she's the poshest girl in the world if you spoke to her, like. But
Too nice.
she's just a normal person. When she's in there, she game as well, to be fair.
So would you get into it? Would you go and fight Wayne Breach?
Oh, we'll do it just to chin him. Yeah. I'd get paid.
Yeah.
I'll do it, yeah. 100%.
Some of that Misfit stuff.
I don't think he's right, because if we play football and they're going to play with us, and in the boxing you get hurt. I think a boxer got KO last night or something. A goalkeeper.
Oh, it was on Saturday, right? At Paddy Cannon.
Yeah, nearly left or something.
Curtis Davis knocked him out.
Curtis Davis.
Was it Davis?
Yeah.
I didn't know Bentley fight or whatever.
Yeah, Jody Morris knocked Bentley over him. He said he was really nice because he played for Tottenham and he played for Arsenal, so his next Chelsea I got to do 2 of them.
Someone was in the change room. I think it was Nielsen got Frank Sinclair.
Yeah.
A few of them were in there every week. They said, "Are we going?" They were going. Jody Morris, he's going to get dealt with and he's going to get hurt.
Really?
And,
Yeah, no. Because it was the ex-Swansea forward who was the big lad that
I seen him. Is that
and I was saying, he's in great shape. And then everyone underneath put it. He's absolutely juiced off his gills.
skill school bloke? Oh God, what's his name, man?
EFL heritage from. What's his name?
He's got soccer. I am every week doing the skills for Swansea. Oh God.
Tubes, is it?
No, that's oh God. I could have.
Yeah,
You know what couple I've had once? Troy Deeney. Mate, I wouldn't want to fight him.
Conor, did you see him on that?
Mate, he was good. He shot and he could bang. When I was from my gym, he come down to these one-to-ones. He shot me, to be fair. He could box a bit and he could bang.
Yeah.
He could serious power on him.
He's from the wood and he's
Craig could punch as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Really stiff, but he could punch.
Yeah.
I got Patrick Craig, yeah.
Lee Trundle.
Trundle, yeah.
Trundle.
Yeah.
I'm playing a celebrity game for him on the 30th of November, Redditch.
Yeah.
That's coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah, come down. Yeah. I know, I'm coming down to them Coots games as well.
Yeah.
They do all the content. I think that'll be good for you as well.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Got a lad there called Scully, I don't know if you know him. Got a good few followers on there from doing that.
Right, yeah.
All the guys are loads of TikTokers, and they're all on in there just come to play football, and they're all video and everything.
Yeah. Well, that's how all that new football
I
stuff.
do not say too much because I'll get in trouble.
Yeah. So bring it back down to here. What's your fondest memories down the Blues?
My uncle, he passed away when he was 38. So when I was like 6 up, I was he always bring me down there. I used to love Man United, like growing up, I've been alive, but he brought me down here, and I used to love it. And when he passed away, my brother came in. Do you know Tommy Leach?
Yeah.
And then me like I always go with them. They all took me on. From my uncle, my other uncle Thomas Berg, and he was Tom Lynch's best mate, and killed himself at 21. And then me and Tommy become close, and I used to come to the games with Tommy as well. And my brother said a season ticket holder down there, but I didn't draw each night. You know, but you're hard on me to get up this way. I'll come when I can. But yeah,
You've been through the hard years, haven't you, with us? So it's nice to see you come out the other end now, bar the weekends.
it's really hard years now, isn't it? Don't get me wrong, the final's good. I remember as well, Frank Warren got me tickets and Craig Harden got me tickets for a final against Arsenal. And all the lads were up the top, and I was down the bottom, so I went first. I springs full of the palm. I said, do you want to swap? But when I'll swap with you, so they'll swap with me at the end. They were right next to the trophy and everything, told me story. And I remember, I don't know who he was, some guy was jumping next to us, he's doing already anyway. And he jumping up, so he took we pushed him. So he broke his leg on the chair, so we carried that on the top all the way down. We were all ranting him, so we got away from him. We were going to get nicked there, we are. So he joined them, pushed him and broke his legs got stuck and he broke his legs up, snapped.
Oh, that's such a good joke from went too far. That's the final story he's not going to forget.
He got carried down, it was funny.
Yeah, you were watching this, just say sorry. Talking about Kell Brook earlier, he's got a fight. He's taking Hatton's replacement, isn't he? He's fighting the guy that Hatton's got a fight in Dubai. So would you take a little fry over there? Would you get involved in any of those cuts? It's kind of an exhibition. It's an exhibition, isn't it? Yeah. And then to find the boat route to Dubai.
Yeah. It's hard fight. I'd box for the right courses 100%. Like, I got offered. I don't know if you know Jamie Horrocks. He's from World Clay Gym, Bush Elder. He's got a disabled kid, and I said I'd do a fight with him. I think he's got Down syndrome, and the boxing good. No, you can't. Stuff like that. I don't understand what I do. I understand. But he's not medical and everything, but he's not going to get hurt there.
Yeah.
But the one I was going to fight inside, I can understand that's a big fight, like 6'2", whatever. Fair enough, you do by your board, you do the medical, your brains, you're all about safety, so that's fair enough. Not for the little things like that. But yeah, I do my shits as well if the right thing come, yeah. I know I'm not what I was, so I'm not going to fight no spring chicken. I'm not, you know what I mean? I was say an ex-pro or something like that, I'll do it.
Right, media. I've been involved in media and stuff like that. Obviously, Matt Macklin's does quite well. Was really well.
Macklin's one of them lucky people, and he got that Brummie accent and he pulls you off. You know what I mean? No one wants to hear
He's out of Q selections and he's trying to just take the edge off it.
Really, and he's really clever and always been well spoken, that's me to be fair. So I would do it, like, and I think my boxing game is second to none. I think I know loads about boxing and loads of that.
You'd absolutely destroy some of these ex-pros or these footballers or these
That'll probably get in trouble, yeah.
celebrity
I couldn't do one of them. I don't think Matthew's one of them. But a few of the others are for the home fire. They give you the home fire time. Matthew's probably one of the ones I've seen. He's for Alex Arthur as well. He's good. But I think I couldn't start being someone who'd be losing high when he's close. I just have to tell it.
Yeah, that's why you got to mute Sky Sports half the time, yeah.
Definitely.
Would you if you were doing Misfits, would you sign one of these contracts where you're not allowed to do this, do that, and you got to basically let them win and make them look good?
I will let them win. I ain't got that in me too fair.
WWF.
I don't care how much money.
I think keep adding zeros onto the.
I can't do it.
No.
I seen the opportunity now to come. That's what I said. I was really good at making people missing out, but I just couldn't be a journeyman at the end of my career. I just couldn't. I don't like losing. That's why I give up. Because people will beat me. Who should beat me? So.
It's the right thing, man.
Yeah, I can't lose.
Was there one fight where you were like, "This is I've got to be honest with myself. I can't do.
My hunger's gone."
It weren't really that. I just want to train off. Aiden hasn't trained. I mean, I still give him a tear up for 8 rounds, but I just didn't train up. I'd be like out of the game. I was doing everything I shouldn't have been doing, to be fair. more worried about failing a test scores. So like, not bad obviously, but from lesson learned than I was about the fight. I weren't like, I fell in love with the game. Probably after the Kell Brook fight, that was me done then. I just never took it serious again, like, and weren't even bothered, like, trained like a week. Like the Woodhouse fight, I had some bad news with the family before it. But that's when I was boxing. I just went after rails, and then I've been training to the week of the fight. Lost the stone in the week, and then boxing. But he's mad, like, in 12 rounds with my, but he don't even know he done well, but I didn't train for it. I didn't, like, my head was all over the place with family problems, and
You reckon that's the only reason to beat him?
I'll be him. He did me right. He says he did. I remember on the night, like, he said, he closed, and then he said, he knew he lost. If he lost the fight, he said to me the week, I clearly won, but we had a terrible boxing match to win that. When we jabbed mate off the first round, he's come out the first round boxing, I'll come out like that. I was wanting to have a fight with him, but I remember you had this little black box and we're sitting in there, they're going, I'm world amateur champion and all this colour. I swear it was a flick of a coin, I was going to walk back out to leave the arena. Just go on. Was that like, no one's going to, we just had a tail up in there. Then after that I knew then, I've got to take this seriously now, get my head together. Then I went back to London, because I wanted to go probably come to anywhere, amateur coach. But people got on his head and said, no, you can't take it, or if you rude him, whatever. Then I think I was 12-0, something like that. And I went into the whole green gym, I remember, on a Wednesday night, he didn't even know I was coming. By the time I was you're going to find me? He's gone, like, myself up, make your mind up, because if you don't, I'm not going to box again. Then next morning, he rang me, I was spoke to his wife. To be fair, when you train me, like, he took me on like his son.
So you need to be full on.
I lived there, like, done it, like, it wasn't a joke or nothing. He done my washing, he done my food, I didn't do nothing.
So you're...
Yeah, nothing, that's exactly what he said. Then I went over like with other coaches or whatever, didn't realise how good I did have it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
We gelled, like, I made him a better coach, he made me a better boxer. I think we both learnt the game together, if you know what I mean. If he wasn't like an experienced coach, I went to him, I was an experienced boxer. I think we learned together. He was obviously good. I was the only kid who was boxing, didn't he? He was out from the corners with us, and that's obviously Terry Edwards who appreciate what he did for me. Like, before the Worlds, I couldn't get nowhere near the weight, couldn't do it. I don't know, with Tom Cheney and in the gym. I think I hit, like, I sparred Tommy Langford just before the Worlds, and he battered me, but I was down at the way. I was shooting, I kicked the toilet door off the gym. And the door's still off the handle now. Tom says, anytime people cry from sparring, I say, I don't know who's crying sparring. Very prick. Yeah.
But to a fighter who's coming up and coming, there's like,
in blue plaques.
The door's still off, and still hanging.
signing.
And there's always a Frankie on that, and we got back to sparring. And I remember, and then after that spar, I jumped on the scales, I was 61 so I only up to knock, I know that. And I remember Tom saying, I'll be back in a minute. Where are you going? On the way on, I never told me then. Then when I got back from the World, so imagine we went to where you go, I went for a pint. So the like he's out of that stress. Like, Tom never drank and we went there. Like, he loves to drink, but he, like, when we were training, he was mad, like, by the way, or anything. He wouldn't eat until I ate. He, like, just did everything we were like. And it's just mad. He knew me better. The amount of times I'm not boxing, I can't make the way, I can't this. But he knew how to calm me down. He knew how to, like, he knew me really. He knew me better than I knew myself, if you know what I mean. Because I'll be crying at 1 minute, then I'll do a session, and my weight will come all down, then I'll be jumping around. And I'll be going mad, and people going, yeah, that's right, mate, because I believe you. Leave me alone.
He knows how to, when to kick your ass and with full arm ranger.
He's just me in a room on the own.
So with that then, Sam, so how do you go from, like, just to take Anthony Joshua, for example, with Rob McCracken, find success he finds, and then for whatever reason then, change of differences or, you know, just change of who wants to coach. And then you go through trainers like blah, 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 blah. How do you form a bond with trainers that quick for it to be effective? Or do you not really ever?
Yeah, you do. Listen, you got to trust them, then, yeah. You can't have someone think, yeah, I'll back coach, I'll go and coach you, I'll go in the gym, I'll go, yeah, we're trying to do that in the session, I'm probably going back there. I ain't got a clue, or we just don't get on. People telling me to go on the pads, I've done pads to people. I can't even get the pad. I'm going to try with these. Stuff like that. You got to find what's good for you. It's a selfish game. Say to Liam, now to give a train. You get to the point where you don't feel you're learning with me, go. I'm not going to hold enough. I've had fires. I had a good life, town amateur for years, and then he went to another gym. And it broke me, like, I was like, I don't know, I remember speaking to Tom, I said, listen, I think I felt when you were pro and stuff like that, he said, people go, so just always say don't put your heart too much into it in that way. Obviously, try and love them. Okay, love some older kids in the gym, he protects them. I've been at the gym with him, like one of his lads for sparring, he bashed some kid for 3 rounds. Then he got really tired. He's getting back. So I'm like, wow, got enough. And the kid's gone, oh, do you got divorce getting back? I said, I don't give a fuck. But like, he just like puts an arm around who protects. You know yourself, Rob, when you got your back no matter what.
If you took a lot of that from him now with the way you train.
I remember when I first went back to the gym, it's always the pure boxer move. And I remember in the corners going, fuck him up. I smashed one there. Tom's gone looking at me like, I mean, I went back to the change because, why are you saying that? He said, tell him how to do it and stuff like that. And I was doing pads and I was just standing in the stands, but I was a mover. Tom was always moving the pads, everything. And then just little things he was just telling me, look, got him. And we had a fight, some kid, one of the Huff got his name, one of the Humphreys anyway. And he's fighting there, he got some banger. And he's running off going boom, boom. And he's close. And Tom's going, because listen, you have to go at him. So he'll get bad, he was no bit. And the kid went at him then. And he beat him up because he stopped the kid running at him. And I would have went the other way, went going on the back foot even more.
Yeah.
Just little things you learn off him, like, and looking at different things on different angles.
Can you find it's a bit of a, obviously Rooney getting slated down here and Lampard's gone over the hump now and Gerrard and stuff. Do you find that because you're so naturally talented that you find that hard to portray on sort of
those things like I'll be putting people on the pads. And I'm going down, I think, why the fuck can't he? Why can't he do this? I'm like, and I'll be vouched for doing it. I mean, why can't do it? Then Tom says, they're not all as good as you. Gotta treat everyone different, like every fight's different as well. But I think if you put Rooney with Man United, I think it'd be better. Because he's around people who are that good.
Yeah.
And he can leave, you know what I mean? I think because we're around people who are they're not that good.
Well, it happened with Company, didn't he? But Burnley, they've seen his philosophy and then they've sent him off. But like, yeah, he's asking people
11 games, 11 wins in a form.
Yeah, he's asking Rooney to do stuff with the players down there, and he's saying they're just not good enough.
Yeah, that's all I agree. It's just not good enough. You go down to that low level, it's hard for you, especially you being that good. You just, if I start coaching those who is that bad, I'll be like, what is going on? I'm doing this. But luckily, when I went, a lot of good fighters coming with me.
Yeah.
So it's better that way.
So what's next for you then? So you spoke about the coaching and the not being able to fight, which is a bit mental, isn't it? Not being able to do that. So
just coaching really.
Yeah.
I've got Liam Carey. Hopefully I'll get a decent stable on that.
Yeah.
I'm getting started more into my life. So I'm behaving a lot better than I ever did. Never drink, very rare.
No.
And no one ever sees me out anymore, so I'm good that way. Obviously got kids, so I do a lot with the kids. More now, like maybe going to zoo every week, going to cinema a lot and stuff like that. So just coaching really, boxing, obviously, see what happens with Sean now. Hopefully she'll get back into it.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
If she can't, hopefully, who knows, but to get open a gym or something. At the minute, I can't even talk to her about that because that's the last thing she wants to do.
Yeah. How do you want people to remember you in Birmingham and Birmingham with the boxing too, really?
I'll box anyone. They know that. I'll never turn it off. So one fight Anati as a pro. So keep with Anna and Amar from Ingles gym. They're just that awkward. He weren't good. He'd never beat me, but it just would have been the worst fight ever. And then when we realised how he pulled out, I said, I think play because you were good. Well, actually would have been the ball with his fight ever. I said, you're not good. I'm not scared of you. You haven't been nothing to the table. It's just I would have looked terrible beating you, so I just didn't want to do it.
He was in a no-win situation.
Yes, no, when he was fully in his fight, I think. I just said, nah, I don't want it.
So what's your advice for youngsters?
Do as I say, not as I did. Like, I don't know how much I listen, I trained hard. My dog went the best because I did trust it, if you know what I mean. But I think you just got to be dedicated. Listen to your coach. If you don't want to listen to your coach, you want a new coach. Yeah, just dedicate yourself and live the right life, eh? And always have a backup plan, definitely. So work hard in school, get a job, get a trade, get something else. Don't think boxing's there because it's not there for everyone. I think they say 0.2% of boxers make out where they don't have to work again, stuff like that.
Why?
Brilliant.
All the best, man.
Thanks ever so much for your time this morning.
Hopefully someone gets a union so there's something there for the boxers after you.
100%.
That'll be cool though.
Thanks, mate.
Brilliant.